Chapter 1, Verse 7. In the previous verses, we saw how Duryodhana described the mighty warriors standing in support of the Pandavas, each one symbolizing inner spiritual powers that awaken through meditation. These forces, devotion, discipline, wisdom, breath control, strength, and even the awakened chakras, form the yogic army of the soul. But now, in verse 7, the scene shifts. Duryodhana, representing material desire, begins to name the chief generals on his side, the army of the senses. Just as the Pandavas have their noble allies, the Kauravas too have their own leaders, the powers of delusion, old habits, and attachments, determined to resist the soul's awakening. Let's look at the verse itself. Asmakam tu vishishta ye tan nibodh dvijottama, nayaka mama sainyasya sangyartham tan bravimite. That means, O noble teacher, Dronacharya, listen carefully. I will now tell you about the distinguished leaders of my army, so that you may know who commands the forces on our side. Here, the meaning is very subtle. Duryodhana addresses Drona, who represents past habits, the tendencies and impressions carried from the past that often side with desire. To these habits, desire proudly points out the generals of delusion, who lead the army of sense-attached thoughts. This is the turning point of the Gita's allegory. Until now, we were learning about the soul's allies, the Pandava warriors within. But from here, the Gita begins to reveal the opposing forces, the generals of temptation, the commanders of restlessness, the champions of ego and attachment. For the meditator, this verse is a reminder. The inner battle is not one-sided. For every force of wisdom, there is a counterforce of delusion. The moment devotion awakens, doubt rises. When self-discipline strengthens, laziness resists. When dispassion grows, desire strikes back. This is why Krishna's guidance becomes essential, because only the Guru, only divine consciousness can guide the soul safely through this battlefield where wisdom and delusion stand face to face. So in verse 7, Duryodhana, the voice of desire, is preparing to name his champions of darkness, those inner tendencies that hold the soul in bondage. In the coming verses, we will meet these Kaurava leaders, each carrying deep psychological meaning for the spiritual seeker. May the Gita remind us that the battlefield is within, and that awareness of both armies, the powers of wisdom and the powers of delusion, is the first step to victory. Thank you.